Who is this actually good for, who should skip it, and is it worth the price for the everyday nail art enthusiast? If you've ever stared at a wall of nail polish bottles and wondered whether there's a faster way to get salon-level designs at home, you're probably on the fence right now. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, and I'm going to walk through the real-world pros and cons so you can decide whether this printer belongs in your beauty drawer or should stay on the shelf. Let's start with the hesitation most people feel. The idea of a printer for nails sounds futuristic, but it also sounds like a gimmick that could end up collecting dust. The biggest risk is buying a piece of equipment that promises endless custom designs but actually delivers a handful of templates, or that requires a constant stream of pricey ink cartridges you never signed up for. The 3D automatic digital nail art printer tries to solve that by putting a full-color, 5-inch touchscreen on a compact desktop frame, so you can browse designs, upload your own images, and print directly onto a nail plate without lifting a brush. That sounds convenient, but convenience only matters if the workflow fits into a typical day, whether you're a professional salon owner or someone who does their nails on weekends. If you run a nail salon, the printer could be a genuine time saver. Imagine a client who wants a tiny floral pattern on each nail for a wedding. Normally you'd spend 15 minutes hand painting each nail, mixing pigments, and hoping the design lines up perfectly. With the digital nail printer, you load the client's chosen image, align the preview on the touchscreen, and the machine prints the pattern in seconds. That speed translates into higher turnover, and the ability to offer hyper-custom designs without hiring an extra technician. The smart aspect also means you can store a library of popular templates and pull them up instantly for repeat customers, which is a practical edge over a standard polish kit. For serious hobbyists, the printer opens a creative door that's hard to achieve with brushes alone. I've seen people take a photo from a favorite movie, shrink it to nail size in the app, and print it with crisp lines and consistent color saturation. The result looks more like a digital decal than a hand-painted design, and it holds up for weeks without chipping, something the product description emphasizes with premium ink and vibrant, long-lasting color. If you love experimenting with intricate art but get frustrated by the learning curve of freehand painting, this machine removes that barrier. You can test dozens of styles in a single session without the mess of multiple polish bottles, and the cleanup is basically a swipe of the printer's tray. On the flip side, if you're the type of buyer who only does nails once a month for a casual night out, the printer may feel like overkill. The upfront cost is higher than a set of quality gel polish, and you'll still need to purchase consumables, specifically the special nail plates and ink cartridges that the machine uses. Those plates are essentially disposable molds that hold the nail while the ink cures, and they're not cheap in bulk. If you're not printing on a weekly basis, the peruse cost can quickly exceed the price of a traditional nail art kit. Moreover, the printer's size, while described as compact, still occupies a permanent spot on a desk, which could be a problem in a small apartment where space is at a premium. Another practical limitation is the learning curve of the software. The touchscreen is intuitive enough to scroll through templates, but uploading a custom image requires a bit of image editing knowledge, especially if you want the design to line up perfectly with the nail's curvature. Some users have reported that the alignment tool can be finicky, and you may need to run a test print before the actual client session. That extra step adds a few minutes, which is negligible in a home setting but could add up in a busy salon where every minute counts. Also, the printer currently connects via a standard USB cable. There's no built-in Wi-Fi, so you'll need to keep the device near a power outlet and a computer if you want to manage files directly. That restriction isn't a deal breaker, but it does mean you can't just pull your phone out and send a picture to the printer wirelessly. Now, let's talk durability. The machine is marketed as professional quality and the build feels solid enough for daily salon use, but the moving parts, primarily the print head that slides across the nail plate, are subject to wear. If you plan to print dozens of sets per day, consider that you'll eventually need a replacement print head, and the brand does not list a price for that part. For occasional users, that's a non-issue, but for a commercial environment the long-term maintenance cost should be factored into the purchase decision. Where does the value actually come from? It's not just the novelty of printing nails, it's the reduction in labor time.